Hi, this is a Gynaden, and I thought that I was going to do a little bit more of a live aspect of some more details about the Huntsman. It looks like that dropped. So I figured I was going to give an update since I added a small little video on this not that long ago, and it's a perfect follow up. So it looks like the new profession, the Huntsman. So that's going to be part of the free DLC, the Beast Hunt. Looks interesting. So Wartales' last DLC will offer a story-driven experience in which you will get the opportunity to track down one of the most dangerous creatures of the world, the Beast. So to me, that sounds like it's gonna be a continuation of that storyline. It looked like it anyway. So we'll see if that's gonna be for sure. In order to immerse your mercenaries into a proper hunt step by step in the new region. So it's a new region. That is interesting. I wonder how large that region is going to be. Obviously, it's a free DLC, so I'm not sure it's going to be like a full-blown region with towns and all that. So we'll find out. Our team had to come up with a dedicated gameplay experience. Additionally, and thanks to our extensive feedback received during our latest survey in early January, we identified that the new animal unit we introduced had a difficult time finding a good spot among your mercenaries. This is where the new huntsman profession comes in. There's an opportunity for us to strengthen an aspect of the Wartales experience. It makes sense for this DLC, and because the new profession will be available to all, it will offer a new opportunity to those who have not one, who want to rely on animals. So, where can we learn it? You can discover the huntsman job by interacting with new elements in the world's map that have glowing red paw above them. These are traces left by animals. You can also learn in the Beast Hunt DLC where the Master Trappers will teach you all about hunting the beast. So, Master Trappers being pretty much in every single region, if my understanding is correct. I don't thought they would call them Master Trappers, but maybe they are. How does it work? While wandering in the region of Wartales, players will come across traces such as paw marks, animal remains, destroyed camps, and many others. Interesting. So it's then going to be in every single region, not just one specific region. Your band of mercenaries will then follow those clues to ultimately lead to fight against animals. During those fights, your party will face dangerous and more and powerful versions of already existing animals from War Tales. Okay, so really nasty bear, boar, wolf. Okay, got it. As usual, different proficiency levels are available for this new profession. Novice, the troop earns more loot after a battle against a group of animals. Apprentice, animals in the troop. So, okay, so I am wrong. We're not talking about new class. That's what I initially thought. We're talking about an actual profession. But profession? Okay, got it. So that can be anyone can have that profession. Apprentice animals in the troop earn more experience. Okay. Journeyman reduces animals' daily food consumption. Master has a chance to find loot when examining a trace. So my initial thought here then, if this is a new profession, is that you're better off doing this on something like a Beastmaster, right? So right now I have a bowman that is a Beastmaster. I think that's called that way. That's one of the skills that you can unlock where you can control animals and some other features. So this would probably be on that guy a good profession to have, considering that animals, well, I mean, synergy wise, it's not like you own a specific animal, but it makes sense and you have some synergy. You heal them after you've done your turn, for example. Journeyman. Okay, so did that. Master has a chance to find loot when examining a trace. So very loot centric, and the troop earns more loot after battle against a group of animals. So that makes sense if you're kind of getting rid of some boars and wolves and whatnot to have that. Interesting. Huntsmen earn XP by capturing animals. So the question then, do you have to be the huntsman doing it? Or do you just need a huntsman inside your group? Using the hunting gear. Hunting gear. Is this specific hunting gear in the system? Not entirely sure. Maybe that's something that gets unlocked. Uh, Examining traces. But the most interesting aspect of any dedicated Wartales player is that those events are great opportunity to capture more dangerous animals. Here we go. Than the ones you have crossed paths with so far. We named them the fierce animals, and we hope that they will offer more diversity in terms of group composition and tactics. Fierce animals will boast a better health pool, stronger attack and power, as well as the ability to equip two different accessories. So collar and saddle, I would assume then, or maybe two different specific. So that's interesting. The huntsman can also craft a new camp tool, the hunting gear. Okay, there we go. So that's the hunting gear. The blueprint can be purchased from trackers for 50 fangs. If any tracker camp in the world. Okay, it's a good way to generate fangs and food passively. Oh, that's even better. Fangs is one of those things that you don't do that much of. You have to take down a truck ton of animals to get fangs. There are sometimes I don't even bother unlocking everything that I find in a tracker camp because some of that stuff is not that good or maybe good early on. Food password during the sleep if a mercenary is assigned to the hunting gear. So that's actually pretty cool. Tier 1 produces fangs during rest. So it just starts out with producing fangs. Produces fangs during rest and has a small chance of producing meat, which is nice. But what kind of meat? Is it just one kind of meat? I'm thinking. No, there's several different types of meat. So I wonder if it's just going to be random what kind of meat you get. Okay. Produces fangs during a rest. Has a good chance of producing meat. So on the third level, you get a little bit of each. A new backstory for your troop. Hunters always on the lookout for new prey. Let's just start with 5 game meat, 5 traps, and 5 influence. So that's interesting. Oh, minus 5 influence. So that's the negative. But you get meat and traps. I don't know. It depends on the composition of the people that you get to choose from. That's always the biggest deal. What they normally get come with it is not that important, in my opinion. It's always what composition of the troops that you have. Must have an experienced huntsman or higher. Must have completed storyline of a region. Must complete a contract in a region other than Tiltran. You know, I have done that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I played it all. Don't forget to wishlist the upcoming DLC, the Beast Hunt, coming later this month. Awesome. So some in the next couple of weeks then. That looks great. So I was completely wrong. I do apologize for that. We're not talking about a new class. We're talking about a profession. And to me, that seems interesting because that then it's more of you can have it on anything you want. If you want your huntsman to be a bowman, if you want your huntsman to be, a big two-handed clobber. As far as what it actually does, it makes sense for a free DLC to not necessarily have a whole new class, but it seems to be useful because fangs are always in short order. And I am interested in the fact that you're going to have those fierce animals. To me, that sounds like we're not going to see ghost packs. The beast Still looks kind of like the animal that huge monster thing, but we don't know, and we certainly don't know if you can tame it. It would be awesome if you can tame the ghost pack animals. I always wanted to do that. I don't know what they necessarily would be as far as how much better it would be. But I like the fact that you can now do, for example, I always do a bear. I always do the bear because you can capture fish when you walk next to streams and lakes. I like the wolf because them three together, it can have like a higher crit chance, and also if you want to venison. So that's pretty cool. I also like the boar because boar pig or whatever. They can find mushrooms everywhere. Rat. I wonder if you're going to be able to get the fierce plague rat. That would be interesting because I always use a rat because you can find cheese. I think it is in every location. It can find a chance of having cheese. So yeah, I use pretty much all those animals, and it's always fun to be able to capture a really good one. Now there is a region that if you have the dynamic, that's when, the levels increase with your level. Then you can pretty much go to the one region that have the polar bears and all that stuff. It's a it's a hike to go all the way there to just do that. So, but if there's a fierce animal or fierce bear, I wonder if it's just or like it's not a specific brown bear or a polar bear or anything. It's just a giant, much better bear. So that's gonna be cool to find out. Yeah. For free DLC, this one I'm actually excited to check out. The other free one with the war pig or the super pig, it was meh. It was nothing special. This one looks to be awesome. And naturally, hopefully, we're going to find out more about the paid for DLCs, what that's going to actually do for us. I like the idea of the whole. Sounds like you're going to be in control of a whole region. That's going to be interesting. But anyway, that's all I really have to say. I don't have to speculate anymore what we can expect. It's just going to be interesting to see if those fierce animals are going to be just a plain, like just a better version of what we already can get, or if it also include maybe something like a ghost pack, or even if that the beast, if you have to defeat it, or if you can actually tame it. Probably would be too powerful to have the beast as one of your animals, but who knows? So you have a terrific day. I hope the weekend coming is going to be awesome for you. I hope the rest of your life is terrific. And until we meet again, adieu.